This is the Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm technically as free as a bird as long as I'm here. And I've seen Game Hawker, a short new documentary from Brett, Marty, and Josh Izenberg. It follows Sean, a falconry expert who had taken up interest in the practice at a young age and has since become a modern legend. The movie captures him at work as he trains his birds, travels the world, shares insight, and also as he reflects upon his place within the practice and how he has been treated differently within different partitions of the community. Interspersed with all of this is a brief history of falconry and its own legacy, as well as how Sean has become a part of that legacy. The historical and contemporary perspectives are balanced pretty well, with enough time spent on both aspects of falconry to make a fuller story of its place in past and present times. There isn't quite an even flow between the two subjects though, and while we do only jump between the two after allowing each segment to make its point, it still comes as a bit of a surprise when you cut from Sean's personal struggles to an unrelated history lesson. They do eventually come together, but not until closer to the end. In any case, both stories do have interesting points to make, and Sean's in particular becomes the obvious highlight, shedding light on an obscure but important notion of an already obscure and niche practice, giving it a relatable or universal layer of theming as well. It makes it all a bit unfortunate how the film's structure isn't as tight as it could be, mostly because of the history segments and how they're sprinkled through the movie at almost random points. It might have come through better if the history were given to us all at once, maybe at the point where Sean himself enters the modern legacy, but I didn't make the short, so I don't have much footing in all this. Anyways, the film's technical elements are also pretty split between the two different stories, with the historical overview making use of talking head segments and archival material, while Sean's scenes are more natural, with live shots on location as he trains his birds or nurses them to health. It's also a bit of a jarring difference, but it's more appropriate than the editing, given the subject matter of each segment. In particular, scenes from Sean's life are given more of a unique visual style, with color choices that reflect the dusty natural landscape of his hometown, and cinematography that often incidentally captures the wide vistas of the area, but are still a sight to behold. The treatment of Sean's story, the visual style used, and the film's overall thematic content is really what ties everything together, with the history lesson being more of a minor element that does offer some useful context, but still could have been integrated into the structure a bit better. Game Hawker. Brett, Marty, Josh Izenberg, 2022. 4 stars. I recommend seeing it. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Might be fun to try and raise a hawk if I ever get out of here. Then again, I have no idea how it would work. I'd probably lose an eye before I even got started.